Hey everybody, DUTCHSINSE here. 2:07 p.m. Central Time on Thursday, May 31st, 2012. And we have another day of severe weather. Let's just get right into it. We're looking down here in South Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, also going up through Tennessee, Kentucky, Illinois, and Indiana. We have a series of strong cell thunderstorms to the north, and then National Weather Service has issued multiple severe thunderstorm warnings and watches throughout the south. That's over Memphis, also over Jackson, heading east-northeast now. Let me back this out and show you what's going on. The storm's counterclockwise rotation is starting to pull up from the south, and you can see the arrows on all these different storm projected paths from the computer. This is hail detected. All the blue boxes, all these yellow boxes are damaging winds, and the red triangle here is a possible tornado just over New Orleans heading northeast. So that would mean Baton Rouge. Also watch out in Mississippi, southern Mississippi. Let's get some town names on this. This is just northwest of downtown New Orleans. That would put Bogalusa, Pecan, Hattiesburg, any one of these towns down here in the direct line of this cell that's producing that possible tornado. Overall, it's a really strong system still, and that's going to pull up through the southern states and most likely intersect these south mid-Atlantic states as well. So South Carolina, North Carolina, possibly Virginia, West Virginia, and Kentucky. Okay? And that's on top of everything else that happened yesterday. Now, also down here in southern Florida, hail detected heading east-northeast. That might even intersect Tampa. Let's zoom in and just see what's going on down here really quick. Definitely Fort Myers, Port Charlotte, and that'll go right up over Port St. Lucie. So watch out for that. That's an area that had the zombie attack and everything else down here. So watch out down here just in case. And then also in the Pacific Northwest, the next storm is coming ashore. Here's the larger system off the west coast. Let me animate the map so you can see it. Okay, it's rotating up here off the coast of Alaska, and it's pulling this long arm in, and it's putting it up over the mountains. When this comes up over the northern states, it will form its own counterclockwise rotation eventually here and kind of do the same thing that we've already seen happen for the last few weeks, which has produced that severe weather throughout the Midwest and northern states once this arm actually breaks off. I want to show you something else on College of DuPage here. We're going to go to the hemispheric products, go to the northern hemisphere, look at the infrared view for the last 48 images. Okay, once that loads, select color enhancement. Now you have a couple different choices. I'm going to choose the tropical view because I want to show you something that's going on down here in the tropics now. Okay, you see right here off the west coast of California, we have a low pressure system out here where my mouse is. It's rotating counterclockwise. It's pulling up this southern tropical flow. Once you get to about here, the flow is bottlenecked. You see it behind here down through Central and South America, right in the tropics. Well, what that's doing now is it's pulling up. It's making a direct pipeline for this moisture to come in from the southwest. All right, now you see the storm to the north. That's cold air coming in from the north. You most likely have some snow still associated with this storm up here further north. Now down here to the south, of course, really, really warm tropical moisture, and that's going to mix. You see what's happening. This is bottlenecking off, and then it's coming up here to the southwest of Baja, Mexico. Eventually, that will make its way across the U.S. and the south. So between the two systems, between what's going on down here to the south and what's going on up to the northwest, we're definitely in for more severe weather over the next week. Now you also see what's happening as it builds up back down here. We've already seen one hurricane and one tropical storm form off of this in the past few weeks. So we'll have to watch. This may itself turn into a hurricane, tropical storm, just when you see this large conglomeration of buildup going on back here. This is huge. And when that happens, you may get that counterclockwise rotation that you'd see down here in the tropics, which usually turns into some kind of depression or some kind of hurricane. All in all, it's been a busy week. Let's just jump over and take one last look. Let's go to AccuWeather. Sometimes that shows it a little better. Okay, here we go. And you can see the radar view on here is a little bit more intense. That actually gives you a much better idea of what's going on inside of these storms. Now we'll let the map load. Look down here to the south. These are the storms that are producing damaging winds, hail, possible tornadoes. And then you head up north and you see again throughout eastern Arkansas, going through Mississippi up into Tennessee, looks really strong. And then the further north you go, the less intense it gets. However, I would say that we're at 2 o'clock in the afternoon now, so we'd have to watch for the next few hours and see what happens once the sun goes down. Hang in there, folks. Much love. I'll put links down below so you guys can monitor the situation yourself.
Live, this is One for the Record. I'm Diana, and today is May 31st, 2012. It's the eve of Friday, and this is going to be your news update for today. We're going to first, I got to check and see if I put the camera back right. That might be a good start. That's pretty good. Let me raise it up a little bit so you can see better. I wonder what that is on the screen. That's bizarre. Something is bizarre on the screen. I don't know what that is. Let me see here. There you go. Well, let's first go to... That was DUTCHSINSE, and I mirrored what he had to say. I thought it was very important. So I'm glad I did that, and hopefully you got to see it. There's no way for me to monitor it until I'm done with my report. And if you can't see it, at least you can hear it, just like if it's a radio station. Let's first go to the watchers. Let's do that. Alright. Electricity generated from water, major breakthrough in clean, free energy confirmed. China successfully launches remote sensing satellite Yaogan 15. Something just went by real fast. I don't know what that was by my window. Scientists found new powerful way to combat flu viruses. Like the H1N1, Spanish swine flu, avian flu. Let's see what it says. Okay, what do they have though? Oh, it's a new protein to combat deadly flus. And this was an international research team that has came up with a new protein. 1 in 7 people suffer malnourishment. Sea surface temperatures at the start of hurricane season. Tropical depression 04 west near Philippines, so 04W near Philippines, may become the first tropical cyclone in 2012. Active volcanoes. They go through a bunch of active volcanoes. Meteorite shower accompanied by huge blast like sounds hit Katal region, India. So we'll look for that so we can hear it maybe. Maybe there'll be a video. And that's it for today. Let's move on to SOT.net. Even DUTCHSINSE brought up the zombie thing. Hopefully, if you're catching this now, it's the one before this. I did the breaking news on what's going on with the zombie attacks. And more zombie attacks that you might not have heard of. Alrighty then, SOT.net. A last chemical gasp for bees. And that's in Yes Magazine on SOT.net. Researchers say farm chemicals put our food system at risk. Colony collapse disorder threatens food crops value at $15 billion a year. And the rest is from yesterday. Well, let's make sure. Talking about Yellowstone again. Nope. Okay, let's... Nothing new other than that. Well, I guess that's SOT.net. Okay, let's move on to the Extinction Protocol 2012. Oh, here we go. We got some good news from NASA. Let's see what this is. NASA confirms Milky Way galaxy on collision course with Andromeda Galaxy. Okay. Know how galaxies eat each other and combine together? Oh. Well, right now, the galaxy is now 2.5 million light years away. So, we don't have to worry about that right now. Eurozone epidemic meltdown, Spain in emergency crisis, Danish banks downgraded in Denmark. EU Central Bank warns of disintegration. Seattle fault zone poses significantly higher risk than previously thought. That was in that movie, I believe, 10.5, the beginning of it. "16 livestock animals die in anthrax outbreak in northern Colombia." Heads up, anthrax is down in Colombia. And that's it for right now with the Extinction Protocol. Let's get rid of that. Moving on. We'll go into the E&E News. Let's go into Fukushima. Alright, and it was yesterday, Tokyo professor, we are facing a nuclear winter in Japan. CNN, Japanese say government will simply flat out lie about Fukushima. Advisor to Prime Minister Khan, people cannot trust government. Oh, but the New York Times trusts them. So can we trust the New York Times? Let's see. Marine chemist. The reactors are still leaking. Why aren't the fish getting cleaner? Stanford publication were TV experts paid to say Fukushima Daiichi had a small leak when it was the largest in the world. Stanford publication were TV experts, it's probably where, but it says were TV experts paid to say Fukushima Daiichi had a small leak when it was the largest in the world. There's nothing new for today, though. Japanese professor, where did all the plutonium contaminated water disperse to? Into the Pacific Ocean or the ground? Of course. Who can comprehend the magnitude of radioactive contamination that threatens to never end? Japan Times. Lead investigator says TEPCO internal documents may be seized. And that's it for today. I don't see anything new on that. Let's go into the U.S. Let's see if there's anything more about the tuna that everyone's been eating. Don't eat tuna. Do not eat tuna. If you've been eating tuna, you must detox. If your pets are eating tuna, maybe you can detox them with some zeolite. Alright. Forbes. This is yesterday, so I'll just read two from yesterday. Forbes. Radiation in California bluefin tuna may be a blessing. Lead scientist. My first thought was this will do more for conservation of this animal than nearly anything else could. What about the conservation, about the people? CNN. Clearly the radiation has not dissipated. Cesium in seafood off California raises a lot of alarm bells. Head scientist on NBC. We almost didn't believe it to tell you the truth. Every single fish was significantly contaminated with cesium. Head scientist on NBC. We almost didn't believe it to tell you the truth. What the hell are they saying? And how are they saying it? We'll say it again. Head scientist on NBC. We almost didn't believe it to tell you the truth. Every single fish was significantly contaminated with cesium. And there's a video. And the head scientist, I guess that what he should do, he's incompetent, because they should have, as soon as they found out any kind of contamination was in the seafood chain, over there in California, they should have warned everybody. We almost didn't believe it. Oh well, haven't you been having sushi? Haven't you been eating canned tuna, feeding your pets cat food, tuna flavor? Got that tuna flavor, even dry food? Uh-huh. Okay, it makes me mad. Can't talk about e-energy news right now. And they hear the scientists. They must have been all dumbed down by the radiation exposure. You know, that must be what it is. Have you all been dumbed down? I guess so. I guess that's what's going on. Alright, it's the eve of Friday. We have 4 days down. And we got 1 day to go. Before the weekend already. Look how fast that went by. Time just keeps speeding up. Faster and faster, like that spiral you look at. Alrighty then. You have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday night. I'll see you again tomorrow. Take care, and don't eat tuna. If you're in California, at least. And make sure you know where it came from, too.